Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Meta Madness, the playoffs. We are here in our second best of three of the day. The winner of this will go up against the winner of our previous best of three. I'm keeping it general because if people watch this on YouTube, at least they don't have spoilers. Winner of this will go into the best of five of the previous best of three winners. So, we're going into Haunted Mines. We've got some bans and all that kind of stuff. Let me tell you how Meta Madness works as I drank way too much tea while we were waiting for this first lobby to come through. How Meta Madness works. The bans that you're seeing at the top of the screen, those are not bans that are applied to the list for the match, if you will. These are only bans for the map. So, for example, if Junkrat is not banned out in map number 2, Junkrat can be played. What cannot be played is Anduin, Blaze, Brightwing, Diablo, Garrosh, Genji, Hanzo, Hogger, Joanna, Leoric, Li Ming, Lucio, Maiev, Medivh, Muradin, Rhaegar, Sergeant Hammer, Sylvanas, Tracer, Vala, Yrel, and Zeratul. Yes, that is 22 heroes that are banned. And every single map, 10 more will be added in, because when you pick a hero to be played, that is when it is added into that list. But only for the best of. So in the previous best of three, we had some heroes being played. Let's say Greymane. He can be played in this one. When we get into our best of five, that list will reset once again to the global bans, which is the 22 that I just read. So we're going to kick things off with a Stukov. I hope that makes sense to everyone. If I missed anything, or if you are unsure about what I just said, please ask in chat. If you'd like me to repeat it, oh, you know how much I love repeating the exact same spiel every single time. But either way, thanks for being here, as Vinland Raiders will have second pick. La Crusade, Croissade. I think it's the Crusade, which we might just do for our own English sake, because my French is not very good. I can tell you I desire a hamburger. I'm very good at telling you that. I can say it's sunny outside. Il fait du soleil. But my French is atrocious. Varian Malfurion to kick things off for the side of Vinland Raiders. The Crusade will grab Stukov, and what else? This has been kind of the start for, this was the start that we kind of saw in the previous best of three as well, with the high priority on a Stukov and Varian early on. But we will see the Ground Muradin. We will see Ground Muradin with the Falstad and Artanis to be played. Have I told you about the shirt I worked on? Dropped Wednesday. I'm sharing it everywhere. You're welcome to share it here, Simon. Is the thumbnail like 3 characters like next to each other, sort of like, or like profile or whatever? I think I've seen it around Twitter. I think I've seen Nicole like retweeting it, but you're welcome to post it here, Simon. You're always welcome to post your art here. Can you expand the band thing in French? No. Sacre bleu. That's all I got. Perfect. Stitches to be banned away. This is a pretty good Stitches composition. Okay, so I have seen that floating around Twitter, but yeah, please, by all means, you can click the link that Simon sent in chat. It is a safe link. Unless Simon accidentally copied something that they shouldn't be. No, I'm just kidding. Wait a minute, no! Gul'dan to be banned away. No one wants to deal with the amazing siege value that is the Reign of Destruction. We were talking about how good it is. You did the composting. Composting. I'm assuming it's composing. I'm reading it wrong. My brain kept reading composting, and I'm like, I don't think you do that. I don't think you compost it. Samuro.
The hunt is on.
Abathur later on? Wait, they could totally. Oh wait, no, Abathur's available. They should Abathur, honestly. Twin Blades Varian, and just honest to God, just run it down. That's what I would like to see. I just want to see compost it-ing. What about Stephen King's It?
Our work is
oh, that's double blinds. That's double blinds. Uh-oh. Actually, triple blinds with Artanis at level 10. Triple blinds. Do it. Just play Abathur. Do it, please. Come on. Come in. I want to see it. I feel like it would work. I feel like it could work. Ah! They go for something logical. Blaze and Joy, it's very long, though. I'll probably have to watch it tonight. Rip Sven. Why are we ripping Sven? What happened? Well, either way, let me go ahead and chuck us over to the casting screen, and I will get our prediction started. Gamble, gamble, gamble.
Hey, listen.
Hey Turbo, what's up, bud? You're just in time for a prediction as we're getting into Haunted Mines map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. We have a best of 5 coming up after this. The winner of our previous best of 3 will go up against the winner of this best of 3. It is a double elimination bracket, so the loser of this and the loser of the previous best of 3 will be meeting in the lower bracket. I do not know when, because the brackets are... they only have the dates for today and tomorrow, so... I do not know when their match is going to happen, but what I do know is that we are just about loaded into map number 1 in this second best of 3. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams, introduce the players, and there are also your level 1s if that does change your prediction thoughts. Sven on the Samuro, Unforgiven on the Malfurion, Gippy, Jippy. I'm gonna go with just Gip. On the Varian, we've got Nano on the Lunara and Gaff on the Jaina. To the right-hand side, we are looking at the Crusade. Play on the Artanis. Panda Colada, I think is the name. Yes, Panda Colada on the Cassia. We've got Nagram on that. Oh boy, on the May. Willy V2 on the Falstad and Guilty Spark on the Stukov. There's your level 1s. There's your first engagement, and your gamble is still going. Amateur opponent for the Artanis, we will see the Way of Illusion for the Samuro. Some great artists in chat, absolutely. Alright, so bit of CC, asleep, all that good stuff thrown out onto Nagram. We will have the Lion's Maw at level 1 for Varian. Going to be picking up these Lion Fang stacks. Typically, this is a talent picked up with Taunt at level 4. It's at least what the direction I like going into. Sven trying to get a lot of auto attacks and pressure onto this Artanis, getting those Way of Illusion crits to get the extra... to get the stacks for the additional damage later on. But we'll check back into the bottom lane area because some congestion over this camp. Can they get an invade? Looks like Varian gets a little bit of a poke with a Lion's Fang. Sven gonna throw the clones into the fort front gate and join the allies to clear out their own sapper camp on top. But a quick rotation from the members of the Crusade onto the camp. We have Samuro swapping off. There's swaps from the Artanis. Blizzard, Lurking Arm. There's so much being thrown around the camp, but it does go over to the side of the Crusade, and that does yield them a chunk of experience. You can actually see right here. Only one, no way, it's only 180. Wow. It was 90 each for the camp, so camp's not giving as much experience as I was anticipating. I'm guessing the experience changes were, you know, not updated for a map like this, so things are a little bit different. But the Sapper utility is the big factor to consider in all of this. The utility that Sappers do provide are extremely strong in siege potential as a rotation back into bottom lane after grabbing the Siege Giants for the members of the Crusade. I don't know why, but McDonald's fries just sound so goddamn good. They're nothing special. It's just, I don't know what it is. Salty potatoes. That's actually what we should do one day for one of our cooking streams is we should just do a clone stream of fast food stuff like we did with Taco Bell. But we should find a good recipe, not one that's like Cincinnati chili. Ugh. Ugh. That chili was so sweet. Excuse me, the taco meat was like pasta meat. It was gross. Who adds in tomato sauce into taco meat? I don't understand that. Like, excuse me, not tomato sauce, tomato paste. It's confusing. Varian charging onto Nagram to try and back away the Artanis with a bit of a blade dash, but will land back onto a root from Unforgiven. Sometimes you get in the mood. It's the weirdest thing because it's nothing special. It's McDonald's fries, but god dang. Sometimes they just hit different. What's up, Tenzel? How you doing, bud? You guys remember back in my day when a large fry was $1? remember that? Remember the dollar menu? Oh, anyways, the Risen Miners will rise. Samuro gonna get a free, actually, Samuro's gonna get a bunch of free stacks on his clones for the Way of Illusion level 1. Going into Illusion build for Sven here as well. We can talk about that in a second here because the fight does continue. These illusions, I mean, they're getting so much insane free stacking off of Guilty Spark. Though Sven will die. We got the Mirage level 4. The image grants Samuro and his image, mirror image, excuse me, grants Samuro and his image's 40 spell armor against the next 2 sources of spell damage. $2, yeah. You know what? You know what I've actually figured out how to do is I have found that you can buy the hash brown patties. You can buy like 20 of them, like a little case thingy of them in the frozen aisle for like $4 or $5 at the grocery store. They're very cheap, and you put a little bit of butter on those in the pan, and you heat it from frozen. You can pretty much just make McDonald's hash browns with those. Like, I've made those for people, and and they're like, this is McDonald's hash browns, basically. So it's not as like deep fried and crunchy, but it still is just as good. Butter is the magic. Butter is the magic that makes the world go round. As another invade onto the camp will be had, the Varian trying to back away. The Blade Dash from the Artanis lands once again into the root, but there is a phase swap onto the Lunara. That's another kill over to the side of the Crusade. A third kill to be had as well. Nagram and friends are stepping in. Falstead barrel rolls forward, looking for the damage onto Varian, but cannot find it. The Sappers, the Wave, everything is looking A-okay as it's 36-36 in the Skulls. Samuro still soaking bottom, but this will be a fort taking significant damage from the side of the Crusade. What's up, King Num? How you doing, bud? You do have butter and hash browns. Kerrygold butter. Oh, no, that's all you need. I mean, if you really want to get into it, using like bacon fat or something like that, that really gives some great flavor. Yeah, that's like butter and eggs are the 2 things that I'll splurge on. Those are the 2 things I'm willing to spend a little bit of extra money on at the store, even though it's insanely expensive right now, but still. Nagram gonna get taunted. There's a root. There's a blizzard. Oh my god, May makes it in, and she pops back out. 13 HP. Lunara's damage over time will be able to take her down, but the Artanis, his shield overcharge procs. The root from Malfurion might be enough, and Lunara is able to snipe that kill with a Blossom Swell. Excuse me, a Noxious Blossom. Whoa, good. Oh, well, he's fine, actually. I was about to say good night to Falstead. Now, this might be a kill onto Panda Colada. Yes, the body blocks are in, and that is a kill onto Panda Colada. Playing Hot Smith said you like the commentary. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I do a lot of casting and Heroes of the Storm content. So if you're enjoying your time here, I hope you at least hit the follow button, get yourself some follower emotes, and Nano does go down. There is also a delay on stream, by the way, as we are casting a live tournament. Willie, yeah, Jaina wanted that. She's like, all right, you know what? If I'm going to go down, I'm taking Falstead with me. So it's a 2-for-1 favoring the members of the Crusade once again. We're going to cycle through the numbers. First objective phase could be grabbed over to the side of the Crusade. And when I say that, I just mean that they'll have more skulls. We have 36 to the side of Vinland Raiders, but the Crusade will have this fairly healthy Grave Golem for the top lane onto an exposed fort. Looking at the bottom lane, Grave Golem will have an exposed fort, but it's not taken any sort of damage. All right, 36-64. My commentary voice is Chef's Kiss. Thank you. I appreciate that. And my dating voice is really great. Willie grabs the camp for the top lane, and the Grave Golem will also have Siege Giants to be cleared out, and Willie's going to make quick work of that. I feel like there's a big investment from the Crusade into top lane for this one. Take a look at the damage available for this Grave Golem. 597. But let's talk about the fight. The big slam from the Grave Golem, not getting a stun onto anyone, and we do a variant protecting. That means that he actually doesn't have protection when he hits the W, so that means he's got charge at level 10. Leaping strikes onto Guilty Spark. The Gust from Falstad doesn't work out. Nano! Nano! Can they trade? No! I guess not trade. They did trade. I was gonna say, can they get the advantage kill, if you will? All right, Grave Golem in top. How strong is it looking? Where's my buttons? There you are. 596. Bottom lane Grave Golem dealing 430, 440. We round up on those decimals. 24 Lion's Maw stacks for the Varian. As I mentioned, he's got that charge level 10, the Warbringer, so it's a 4-second cooldown on his E, if you will. Leaping Strikes Lunara. We've got the Way of Illusion for, or Illusion Master, excuse me, for the Samuro, so he's just going to micro these illusions around a little bit more effectively. I actually haven't looked and see if Sven has used the I'm doing air quotes, Hearth trick. Or I guess it's a feature. Samuro doesn't have bugs, he has features. 33 stacks for the Cassia right now. 49 on the Falstad. Doing pretty good on those right now. About 10 minutes in. And Way of Illusion is done, as I mentioned. Okay, nothing. Oh, Valkyrie is the one thing actually I wanted to point out. No Ball Lightning from the Cassia. Valkyrie, so it's going to be Cassia going fishing for Prime subs. I mean the members of Vinland Raiders. Falstad chilling in this top lane up against Sven, which is actually a good way to get extra stacks if Sven doesn't micro those illusions around, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I assume that Sven's going to be pretty good at microing his illusions. Lunara Wisp on the left-hand side of this bush did provide some vision for the Varian as they wanted to step in. We've got an Ice Wall from the Maid. Jane is done with her improved Ice Block. Blind from the Artanis. Valkyrie from the Cassia. That's Malfurion getting pulled in, and Unforgiven is going to be going down as a Gust from Falstad flying in gets some great displacement up against the wall. Keep in mind, Gust is a bit of a slow over a few seconds. Oh my god, Falstad gets the healing pathogen at the last second, and it's going to be Varian going down. God dang, the Crusade are slamming and jamming their way through this enemy, but Leaping Strikes from Lunar, she wants to make the big play, and she will be able to take down the Mei. But that's a 4-for-1. The objective phase is about to spawn. Artanis has some decent siege giants in bottom. Samuro trying to slow down the siege, and I do think this will be a call for camps instead of going for a rock-hard siege through the bottom. Did you know that after this game, I'm going to go fishing for primes? All right, the mine shafts are going to be opening up. The sappers, these should be cleared out into wave. I don't think Cassie is going to be able to push these up into the fort. At least I don't expect her to be able to. Nice insta-mount with the War Traveler. Gain 5% movement speed while Avoidance is fully charged. Gain additional 10% movement speed, and mounting is instant. In the mines, though, we have Artanis backing out. Looks like he got chunked a little bit, maybe by Samuro. Taunt from the Varian. Did he set himself up for death? You're standing still. I'm sorry. I completely misread the models. Varian actually got the Cassia to stand still. Sorry, I just completely misread that. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Falstad pushes up the top lane. Gonna be flying to... Where are you going? Okay. So Falstad, he's able to push up the top wave, gets the keep front gate. We have 10 to 30 in the skulls, favoring the side of the Crusade. As awkward as this map is, I still prefer Edge of the Current, Stormleague Pool instead of Volskaya. Yeah, I'd rather play this map than Volskaya. Is it balanced? Does it run very well? Probably not, but I'd still rather play it than Volskaya. I feel like I would just have more fun. Like, that's the thing. It's not about like, oh, is the objective better? It's just, I feel like I would have more fun playing this map. Maybe it's just the nostalgia thing where we've been denied the map for so long that it's like, just give it to us! It's okay, chat. When Stormgate comes out, someone will mod Heroes of the Storm in Stormgate, and we'll be able to play Heroes of Storm and Stormgate Customs, and then eventually Dustin Browder will make another MOBA and save us all. Blessings upon Dustin Browder. Blinds from the Artanis somehow in the mine shaft here. That makes sense. Willie gonna go down. Cassia to fall. Guilty Spark taking a ton of damage. And that will be a Malfurion traded in all of this. 11 to 11 in kills. Artanis gonna try and make some big blade dash moments happen here. So many blue bars are low, but Artanis cannot get the kills. Nagram gets out. And no, they don't. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a solid
Team kill!
exactly my thoughts. Because it's not that big, it's not that far of a stretch if you really think about it. Like, I know I'm memeing and stuff while we're waiting for this objective phase to get clear, to start out and everything, but Frost Giant has a deal with one of the studios, one of Mike Morheim's studios from Dreamhaven. It's like, it's Moonshot, Moondor, whatever it is. And I believe that's the one that Dustin Browder's working working with. And the deal is that Dreamhaven, whichever Dreamhaven studio that's paired with Frost Giant, they're going to give feedback to Frost Giant. So if Dustin Browder's giving feedback, I'm just saying, it's not that big of a stretch. It's all there. All the pieces are there. It's not that crazy of a conspiracy theory. That's some serious copium. I mean, yes, but also shut up. Grave Golem in top lane. Gonna be dealing 602 damage currently. Looking at the bottom really quickly, little puny guy is gonna be dealing 577. Actually, it's not that big of a difference. But when we look at health bars, I'm sure that is where it's gonna be a lot different. As the Grave Golem in top lane gets the slam onto the wave, getting some decent damage onto the fort. Lunara trying to poke in here and there as well. But this Grave Golem, not gonna get a ton of value. We do have some sappers in the top lane making their way in. One does get the rush in. Two Siege Giants behind. The Blizzard from the May only roots one. The shots from the fort don't deny that, or don't stop it. As the bottom lane Grave Golem is getting a ton of value. It's going to be able to take down the fort. Falstad pressures out the Samuro as well. Good taunt from the Varian. Great damage down from the Jaina onto Nagram, but doesn't seem like May's too worried about that. Valkyrie from the Cassia. A lot of red health bars are dropping low. Cryo Freeze from the Cassia, or from the May. Where am I going with that? Cassie is able to get into the mines, but the Jaina is going to chase. Ice Lance doesn't connect. And they actually double back and go for the Cassia. No, that's not going to work out. Stukov will fall to Varian somewhere, somehow, some way. What's up, Lard? How you doing today, bud? Valid, I see your point, so I won't completely forsake the possibility. I know, yeah, there's a strong cup of copium with it. But I mean, my whole thing is this. If Dreamhaven is giving feedback to Frost Giant, I really do hope that it is people like Dustin Browder who are giving some feedback, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I mean, Dustin Browder was instrumental for StarCraft 2 and Heroes of the Storm, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not saying because of him it did so well, but I do think that he had a lot of great leadership when he was in those roles. In the leadership roles, I mean. You think you're gonna have to work till 10 p.m. again? That's not nice. All right, Twitch chat, if we all do 10 minutes of Lard's work for him, he'll have to work even longer because we have no idea what we're doing. I'm sorry, Lard. I hope your day does improve, though. I hope that maybe there's like a stroke of genius and you're like, oh, I just have to do this. Well, either way, 20 talent tier will be achieved first for the side of Vinland Raiders, as it's 15 to 11 in our kills. But when we take a look at structures, keep front gates are down. Keep front gates are a little bit more healthy on the right-hand side, but not by much. I think the lead for the Crusade structurally is not by much, but when we talk about experience, well, we got about a level lead favoring the members of Vinland Raiders, and they will have this 20 talent tier. What will they do with it? What is the game plan with the 20 talent tier advantage? Boundless Stride for the Lunar as the icing gets the May out. We've also got the 3-blade style for Samuro. Samuro mirror images only deal half the damage they take to themselves, effectively increasing their health by 25%, and their duration increased to 16 seconds. We got Wintermute for the Jaina as well. Really, really strong upgrade for that. Being able to utilize the Ice Lance and the Cone of Cold does not cast the Blizzard. Serenity for the Malfurion and glory to the Alliance. On the opposing side, half a level to go for Falstad and friends as they see the skull count rising rapidly. This is going to be a Grave Golem going into the bottom lane to the side of Vinland Raiders. And without 20s, I just don't think that the Crusade wants to even try and step in for this. Make Deathwing be healed by an ally. Just kidding, saying that would make everyone hate me. I mean, but technically that actually already exists, Kingdom. There's one hero, there's a hero in Heroes of Storm that can effectively heal Deathwing, and that's Alexstrasza with her level 1 Regeneration Globe talent. Because if she can spawn Regeneration Globes effectively, she can give globes to Deathwing, effectively healing him. So it does exist in the game. Big brains.
Rise and let loose your wrath.
We big brain these. Alrighty. Big Grave Golem in the bottom lane, 101 stacks for the Falstad, 64 for the Cassie at level 1. Most, actually all of the questing talents that do exist are completed, like the Samuro or the variant level 1s. It's, it's just tedious work. It seems to get bigger every month. I think it's technically confidential too, so no one can help me. Ah, damn. Well, I tried. It's Mal'Ganis. Yeah, see, there you go. Mal'Ganis can heal Deathwing as well. Mal'Ganis can heal Deathwing. But Mal'Ganis can't heal Deathwing as an ally, and that's where we're kind of getting into the caveat of it all. I mean, if you really think about it too, Alexstrasza doesn't have to be an ally with that level 1 technically, right? Because the Regeneration Globe could go over to the enemy. Either way, you get my point. Deathwing can be healed. Valkyrie from the Cassia connects on to Varian as the Gust from Falstad with the Wind Tunnel is used. The Slam from the boss lands onto, I believe that's the Artanis, who was going for a Blade Dash. Doesn't work out too well for him, and Jaina finds the last little bit of damage. Siege Giants in the top lane are working their way into that top lane keep, but this is going to be, I think, Vinland Raiders looking to take map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. Taunt from Varian onto the Falstad, Leaping Strike from the Lunara, Willie taking a lot of damage, Nano getting shot by the tower. Oh, May gets the last little bit of damage. Is this enough to end the game? They lost their Lunara. That's a big chunk of damage to lose right there. May is getting low. Sven. All right. Varian finds the kill onto the May. The boss has taken down the core shielding. Stukov gets a good healing pathogen on himself, but Samuro's on core. And yeah, this is enough with just Samuro on core realistically and everyone else distracting. GG, well played over to the side of Vinland Raiders. They take map number 1 in our best of 3. Every hero can give Deathwing a full heal. Just kill him and he respawns with 100 health. Yeah. Absolutely. Strazza can heal Deathwing. Lava, where have you been for the last 2.5 minutes, homie? I want my selfish nano boost on Deathwing. Could you imagine how terrifying nano boosted Deathwing would be with Conflagration? Like, Conflagration nano boosted Deathwing. Whew. Alrighty. Choose outcome. Vinland Raiders did win Haunted Mines, and we'll go ahead and show you talents, and we'll get rid of some ads here. Welcome back into Meta Madness Playoffs. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Vinland Raiders. On the right, it is the Crusade. We are going to be getting into Infernal Shrines map number 2 in this best of 3 series. We'll have a best of 5 after this. The winner of our previous best of 5 best of 3 goes up against the winner of this one. The losers of the previous and this one will be dropping down into the lower bracket. This is a double elimination bracket. I do not know the schedule outside of there are matches today and there are matches tomorrow. I don't know anything else beyond that, so I'll be doing what I can cast today and tomorrow. Did you talk to Kenny Omega about the one-wing angeling Bezos? No, I didn't, actually. You know, I have a lot of contacts with wrestlers. What I really want to get The Rock he's not too big, he's not too keen on it because he's moved away from wrestling and he's better than that. But I mean, if you want to ruin DC movies, I guess go do that. But I was offering The Rock a really good deal that he poses as a chef in Jeff Bezos' house, and when Jeff Bezos walks in, The Rock asks him, "Do you smell what I'm cooking?" And when Jeff Bezos says, "I don't," because Rock will not be cooking anything, he gives him the people's elbow from the top of the stove. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into this draft. Infernal Shrines, let's just kind of waiting to see what we get for the bands here. I don't really know 100% like what would be the most meta direction to head in. I don't know what these players are thinking, so we're kind of all along on the ride for this adventure, and thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And as a reminder, if you are having fun, if you're enjoying the stream, I hope you at least hit the follow button. If you'd like to support further, it's always much appreciated. These VODs will go up on YouTube. I don't paywall any of my content, so if you want to rewatch the VOD through Twitch, or if you want to watch it on YouTube when it does come out, you can join, or you can check it out there. I had mentioned that Chromie was going to be permabanned throughout the day, and she wasn't in this map, so we'll see Chromie popping up. First pick to the side of Vinland Raiders. Hey, DC movies were terrible before long before The Rock got there. Oh, no, you're right. But I recently saw that apparently, like, The Rock, like, forced DC to, like, The Rock, like, I guess he asked the DC for a lot of money, and he really, really wanted, like, Black Adam, like, something. Yeah, I don't know. I saw something this and that about The Rock was, like, was bending the will of DC so that he could be in it. Either way, I don't really care for DC stuff, so I mean, it's kind of whatever. I don't even really care. Like, Marvel's actually just, like, gotten so old for me. My dad mentioned today, he's like, "Yeah, I watched Iron Man 3 last night, and it was pretty good." And I was like, "It was?" Iron Man 3 is boring. It's Tony Stark PTSD figuring out that, once again, he doesn't need the suit, but he needs the suit, but he needs the balance between it. It's like, we did that in Iron Man 2, homie. We did that in Iron Man 2. Why are we doing this again? Doesn't Rock have one of those contracts where his character is never allowed to lose a fight? I don't know about that one. Like, I know that him and Vin Diesel, excuse me, I know that The Rock and Dominic Toretto have, bad blood. And, like, I saw something like The Rock was like, "I got forced out of the Fast and Furious franchise." But, like, Vin Diesel and The Rock hate each other. God damn it! I was hoping if I didn't talk about it. I was hoping that if I did not talk about it, I was hoping that if I did not talk about the Cho'Gall, it would happen, or that it would happen. And I didn't talk about Cho'Gall, and it still got banned away. This is some malarkey. These players are cowards. You like Iron Man 3? I'm not saying like you're wrong for liking a movie. I'm not saying you're wrong for liking a movie. I felt like it was like, we've already done this story again. Like, we did. Okay, Tony Stark is sad. He's got PTSD from saving the world and going into outer space through a portal. I understand that, but, like, I don't know. It was so, I just didn't care for it. It wasn't for me. But that's all right. I honestly, I don't know what to expect from these drafts, so I'm just kind of chilling here. Mephisto's banned away. Are there any heroes that benefit from regeneration globes? Honest to God, if they want... Wait, is Tyrael banned away? Tyrael is not banned away. What if they go Alex Straza globes with Tyrael Ardent Defender at level 1? I don't think they will, but like Ardent Defender? No, Ardent Restoration for Tyrael with Alex Straza globes would be kind of crazy. Ah, we're gonna go Gul'dan instead. Okay, all right. Alrighty, what a draft for Infernal Shrines here. Black Adam as a character is interesting. The Rock's Black Adam sucks. It's just a generic anti-hero. Yeah, I agree, ACP. I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of The Rock as an actor. I can't think of many movies where I'm like, oh hell yeah, The Rock's in that. Let's go see it. All right, 2 minutes. Get your gambles in.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
There it is. Get your gambles in. Which team will win Infernal Shrines? Will we get a 2-0 or will we head to a map number 3 Be sure to get your gambles in as to who you think will be winning Infernal Shrines. I do like the drafts of both sides. The Mal'Ganis is kind of the outlier for me. I'm really, really interested to see how Mal'Ganis works out for this team. You do like The Rock singing. I personally think that Eddie Murphy is a better singer than The Rock. I mean, did The Rock ever make a song about my girl wants to party all the time? No. I just tried to click like I was playing Storm League. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Meta Madness. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Vinland Raiders who are looking to make a quick 2-0 and move into the best of 5 upper bracket matchup. Nano on the Chromie, Unforgiven on the Tyrande, Gaff on the Greymane. We got Ucky on the Stitches and Sven to play the Diva. Yay! The Crusade on the right-hand side looking to take us to a map number 3 in our second best of 3 of the day. We've got Nagram on the Mal'Ganis, Willy V2 on the Tychus, Panda Colada on the Gul'dan.
Now this is pod racing.
Sentinel not connecting, Playa going to be on the Dahaka, and Guilty Spark on the Alexstrasza. My apologies, I didn't show you the level 1s, but the gamble's about to end. You'll probably hear me talk about the gamble as it's ending. Get your gambles in! He's great in Moana because you didn't go see Moana because of The Rock. Moana was alright. I don't know. Moana was alright. I'm all about the Anastasia. That's it for me, you know? Just dancing bears. So we have Willy V2 going to start dashing in to get some pressure onto Sven here. Dahaka looking to chase in as well. Dahaka is enhanced agility at level 1, meaning he is the movement speed buff for 5 seconds after tapping a bush. Willy V2 tries to dash away, but Chromie's got the snipe. Nano with a fantastic sandblast. We do see Diva losing a mech. That's 1 kill for half a kill. Oh, the issue with Alexstrasza up against Chromie is that Alexstrasza makes a circle, and that is a target for Chromie to throw damage onto. Jamie Clement stole the show. I don't know who that is, honestly. I'm horrible with the actors and actresses' names. Mono's alright, but someone ruined it by constantly talking about. I'm sorry, Simon! I've apologized! I'm so sorry for talking about it so much! What do you want from me? Oh, I'm just kidding. Alexstrasza regeneration goal. I don't think I actually talked about Moana much after seeing it. I think I mentioned it to my mom, and she's like, yeah, I don't care for Disney singing movies. I actually, the funny thing is, there's the, what is it, the live action, what's it called? Jungle Book, and Christopher Walken does one of the voices in that. That it steals the show for me. Sven, Night Rush is not going to connect from Nagram. Sven's fine in top lane as the rotation for a gank doesn't work out. Down in the bottom lane, Alexstrasza did pick up their 6th regeneration globe, 7th as well. Little surprise, Gul'dan didn't go into Drain build. Gaff's so very low on the Greymane, and that'll be a quick hearth out for the Greymane once the camp is grabbed. Tychus working on the same camp on the right-hand side. Sentinel. Oh, little kiss onto Guilty right there. Little Sentinel kiss as the deep breathing from Chromie sitting at 16 out of 20 stacks. We have the bigger they are for that level 4 on the Tychus. Sven working on the objective phase. Skeletal Defenders rapidly going over to the side of Vinland Raiders. First objective phase of the game. Gonna be an Arcane Punisher in the center of the map. Fallen Shaman in the top lane will be cleared out, and now Mal'Ganis and the rest will join in for the fight as Chromie steps into the bush, or sets up in the bush. 23 out of 40, that's a great hook onto the Dahaka. Pops the burrow a little late there. I'm a little surprised by that. I think maybe anticipating Chromie damage, or maybe a Gilnane cocktail, or excuse me, a Lunar Flare from Tyrande. And a Dark Flight in from the Greymane for a potential kill. 1-1 in our kills as the objective phase will go over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Greymane finishes. Actually, they 39 this to clear out the top lane. That's Diva going to boost away, and she picks up the last Skeletal Defender with that boost through. The top lane, Fallen Shaman cleared out. D.Va to go up there and soak. We have Chromie in the bottom lane to do the same. And meanwhile, in mid lane, Greymane, Stitches, and Tyrande siege in with the Arcane Punisher jumping over onto this Mal'Ganis, who's not too stressed out about taking a bit of damage. Night Rush to zone back the enemy while Tychus and the rest clear out this Punisher. And I gotta say, this Punisher getting minimal to zero value, it feels. I mean, not zero. The gate's taking some damage from the spinning blades. But still, the gate still survives after a first Punisher. Not too common. Want to point out that Chromie did go into Temporal Loop at level 1 as I'm getting another call from the insurance place, so I apologize, chat. All right, sorry. American Health Insurance, getting it figured out in the middle of streaming. Sorry about that, chat. I have the number to do stuff. That's all good. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your due diligence. And thank you for hanging out with me as we are back into this fight. I tried my best while I was on the phone to catch everything, and I think I did. Greymane respawning right now. We've got the Frozen Punisher going over to the side of the Crusade as the 10 talents here will be utilized as well with that Commandeer Odin. We've got the 13 already here to the members of the Crusade. As Stitches hits level 13, you see that hook on the left-hand side. That's the extended hook range. 15 stacks for Stitches at level 1. He'll get the extra 5% when he hits the 20 mark. And Isolation. Oh my god, was Isolation... What happened to it? I swear I saw the animation for it. It's on cooldown. No, it got put on 10 seconds. I was looking at the wrong cooldown. Either way, that is Dahaka dragged into the... He's going to try and drag Greymane into the bush. The fort goes down. Punisher jumps over. It's a 2 for none and the... actually, 2 for a fort. I appreciate the postmodern approach to streaming. I mean, there's like, I'm at the will of the insurance company trying to schedule, you know, trying to get my insurance fixed here. Alex Straza doesn't get the wiggle, but the gorge is down for the next 20-some seconds. You're welcome, Baja. Thank you, Clock. It's just, yeah, I'm trying to get everything figured out immediately, so at least I have... My stuff is approved, and I just have to pick my plan by calling a number, which, cool. I'll do that after stream today. I'll do it after stream before my aunt, uncle, and their 2 kids arrive, which is in 6 hours. Oh, boy. I've never hosted them before, so it's like, oof. Do they want to party? Do they want to, like, go to the casinos? Do they just want to, like, watch TV? Do they want to play board games? What do they want to do? I don't know. I was telling Chad earlier, my parents were like, oh, we're thinking about coming and visiting again in April. I'm like, and I bluntly told them, I'm like, I can't do any more hosting. I'm burned out. And they were like, but us, we're not that difficult. You don't understand. It's not about you. It's about having to host. If that were Kaimao, Tyrande dies there. But Q on 13, wait. Alex, okay, I was like, wait a minute, what? Alex Strauss, I got it, sorry. Maybe they want to play HOTS. My aunt, uncle, and their 2 kids? No, sorry, no. Hook! Drag! Diva boost! Nagram is gonna use a Fell Claw or 2 to try and back away. What is Chromie's level 4? She's got a Horror Anomaly, so that means just more... more time traps available. Good morning, Rarity. What's up? I've been slowly eating through some of the candy. There was like the chocolate covered fingers or whatever. They're like the thin. They're smaller than your pinky, but like as long as your middle finger. And they're like the chocolate biscuit thingies. Oh, those were the best so far. It's like milk chocolate biscuits. Oh, those are the best so far. Great burrow in from Dahaka. We have the Fell Claws with the blind as a bat for Nagram as you're seeing them spam those numbers. Oh, Carrion Swarm is going to be interrupted, but the camp will be stolen away. But thank you for coming by, Rarity. We're having a nice cozy day. We're doing some casting. Chat wanted me to cast Meta Madness, so I got up early and casted Meta Madness. But Bahamut, you started at 9 a.m. Well, I still got up at 6. I had to shower, I had to walk Bandit, I had to Skype my family, I had to clean up the house even more. I had to make food. Chocolate fingers, they're dangerous. I know. I'm only down to 4 fingers. That's how do you, like, I had to stop eating the fingers last night because otherwise I wouldn't be able to click the mouse. But I did, like, in reality, like, that chocolate treat is dangerously, because I could sit there and just munch on those. Oh, they're good. Oh, those are tasty. I'm not a big chocolate fan, but those are delicious. All right, sorry, my food excitement aside, we see a 3rd Punisher of the game, if I'm not mistaken, going over to the side of the Crusade. I believe this is their 2nd overall. Aki goes for the Gorge onto Mal'Ganis. The Carrion Swarm will pop in time. Dahaka with the Brushstock in, looks for the drag, doesn't get a connection onto any enemy heroes as it's 5-5, 17-17. Punisher jumps over into the Diva mech, and she will lose that. Is there a way to lock down Diva? Tyrande goes down. Mal'Ganis is able to get some great damage onto the gate with the blind as a bat, but it's actually Tychus with, I believe, a grenade. The hook from Stitches. Nagram, I don't think you're going to live right here, and that is going to be a dead Mal'Ganis. 2 for 1, and the fort does go down. Dahaka pushes up the top lane. This might actually confirm the fort. I prefer chocolate here to chocolate over there. Oh, like UK chocolate versus NA chocolate? there are a few things in the world where I'm like, NA, or like EU versus NA. Chocolate, I agree. Chocolate from Europe, 10 times better than NA. I like, that's one EU NA thing I will agree on. It's also because I don't think Europe tries to poison their citizens as much. So there's like more like real things in your chocolate. Sounds like a productive morning. It was, yeah. After stream, I'm gonna run out and grab some like breakfast stuff. I'm gonna go run out and grab like bacon, eggs, and stuff like that. And cause like I don't want them to come here and just like have to buy a bunch of food. So I'll buy like breakfast foods, and I'll probably wake up when they wake up. Because I'm going to tell them to go to certain mountains and stuff like that if they want to. But some of them are further away, so I'll wake up early, I'll make them breakfast, I'll hang out, and then when they leave, I'll start stream, basically. And then before they get back, that's probably when I'll stop stream. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. If you do want to know the stream schedule, it is a little it's TBD all weekend, but I'll use the Epoch, the Epoch, I forgot how to pronounce it. But I'll use the time code thingy in Discord, and I'll put it into the Please Don't Mute channel. Or maybe I'll just pop it in schedule so you can see when streams are live. So I'll know tonight after I talk to them what they want to do game plan wise. Because I asked them, I was like, you're here for 3 days. There's 3 different Vela resorts. I can recommend each day a different resort based on the weather. Or you could ski at one. You could go ski at other ones. Like I don't know what they want to do. So. Will you be going to Germany in June, Baha? I don't know. I have no idea about anything with Meta Madness live casting. I got my passport updated, or well, I submitted my stuff to update my passport. I have to make sure that the U.S. government accepts my passport photo. I took a pretty, like, I followed the rules to a T, but I'm a nervous Nelly, so we'll see. So, once my passport stuff is, like, good, then, I don't know. I haven't talked to any of these people about it. Epoch? NA chocolate is filled with milk and sugar. Isn't all chocolate filled with milk and sugar? Well, I guess not all chocolate, but, like, milk chocolate, which is the one I like. I like milk chocolate personally, so maybe you know it's kind of moot for me. I don't like dark chocolate. Never like that bitterness. Mal'Ganis gonna be gorged as he's blind as a bat. Very split from his team. The isolation from Dahaka not connecting either. Commandeer Odin from the Tychus will be utilized as Guilty Spark pops the Dragon Queen for the Alexstrasza. Diva Mech Explosion will bop people around. A huge Night Rush from Mal'Ganis. I'm assuming that's the Carrion Swarm level 20 upgrade. Seeker Swarm, yep. Nagram gets a huge heal from the Lifebinder of Alexstrasza, and somehow Gul'dan goes down. It was the Chromie damage. Temporal Loop from Chromie. That's what put him right back into that spot. And now we're playing Catch with Dad. We're running across the map in the opposite direction. That is going to be Tychus dropping out of Commandeer Odin. Sven boosts in. Slam Jam from the Stitches does have the Pulverize at level 16 for the extra slows. On level 20 was the Master Hooker for the Stitches. Ucky looking for oh my god, threads the needle onto Willy. Time stop from Chromie. Micro missiles from Sven will connect onto this Tychus, and he does go down. A hook goes wide of Nagram, but this is another objective phase. Gonna be going over to the side of Vinland Raiders. Fingers crossed, yeah. It'd be nice. I have money saved up to do a trip like that. Even my dad was pumped about it. He's like, hey, if you get a casting gig there, like, they were like, maybe we'll all go to Europe, and like, yeah, so. Anyways, we'll see. I do need to make my calendar for August, or April, excuse me, so. April and May, I need to put all the tournament days for the Nations Cup or whatever it is on my calendar so that way I don't miss those streams. But Greymane is going to have a little 1v1 with Dahaka over here, jumping and dark flighting to the catapult. And now Gaff, nah, you can't chase that Dahaka. He's a NASCAR Haka. He's a NASCAR Haka. NASCAR. No, that's poop. He's NASCAR. Alright. Alrighty, a top lane fort will be falling to the Punisher as Vinland Raiders start knocking on the keep front gate. Will this be a 2-0? This could be the beginning of that 2-0. The hook is just shy of Tychus right there. The keep front gate will be burned down. Greymane's Inner Beast active as he's got the glow on the weapon stepping forward. Hunter's Blunderbuss will splash beyond the keep, which does get the targeting onto Greymane. Keeping that Inner Beast active once again on the sidewalls. That's a hook onto Alexstrasza. Guilty Spark does get the Life Binder. The Horrify from Gul'dan. Oh, Stitches tries to gorge to back away. Or as they're backing away, it doesn't work out. Greymane and Stitches will be falling. And the top lane keep will be saved. Nice Horrify from Panda Colada right there. That was a huge Horrify for the team. Nesquik Dahaka. Ooh, that would actually... I mean, I wouldn't want to drink that, but man, I haven't thought about Nesquik in years. Nice, actually, yeah, nice time stop. Micro missiles don't get value, but it's not that big of a cooldown, honestly. Mid keep goes down. Are we heading into a map number 3, or is this just keep to fall and setting up a win condition for a Punisher later on? It does feel like setting up a win condition for a Punisher later on, as the next Punisher will be Mortar in the mid lane. Mal'Ganis is going to go start working in a camp over here on the top. Will Tychus or anyone break off for this camp over here on the right? Doesn't look like it. Oh, whoa, sorry, I just got an email from Captain TV. Twitch drop start today, get the newest Nitro Driver 30K streamer tournament. Hello, can I get into a streamer tournament, please? The Meta Madness thing is right in the middle of your trip to California. The Nations Cup? The one that's, is the what, the qualifiers or the event in June? Mal'Ganis will be pulled away onto the left-hand side. Carrion Swarm available, but it's not even needed. No, that just means you can watch in California. Easy. 38 globes for Stitches. He's 2 globes away from another 5%, right? Because it's 20 per. Yeah. So he'll be at 15% bonus movement speed in 2 globes. God dang. He's actually going to get him from this mid-wave, I think, right? There it is. 15% speed when unmounted. Stitch is able to kind of just chase after things fast here. Oh, the Germany one. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, that's the Nation Cup LAN event. The qualifiers are in April and May, if I'm not mistaken. All the qualifier stuff is in April and May. Which, that feels really tight, but, like, from May to June for people to get, like, airplanes and stuff like that. But, we'll see. It's not my tournament. Okay, bottom lane is a wave pushing on to the keep that's exposed, but I do feel like this is one of those moments where the Crusade really wants to play this right and safe. They want to get the objective. They want to just win through. Actually, honest to God, the longer this is delayed, the better it is for the Crusade. Look at the bottom lane keep on your mini-map. It's losing HP from that huge wave down there. And the camp, that's a Life Binder from Alexstrasza. We have the Lunar Flares, the Starfall from the Tyrande as well. Horrify from Gul'dan does push the Stitches away. Diva does go down. Carrion Swarm. Stitch is going to be hooking over there. Carrion Swarm did put some people to sleep, but this is going to be Stitches still chased around. Big red button, annihilate. There it is. Meanwhile, as I mentioned in bottom lane, almost all of the keep goes down. One more shot from this Kata confirms it. Top lane does have the Fallen Shaman. So this is what I was talking about. The longer this goes, the better it is for the side of the Crusade. And I do think that they've got the ability to take us into the next map, but Nagram goes down. Panda Colada trying to drain. Gaff so very low. Rolls away. Dahaka with the Lurker Strain takes down the Greymane. It's 3 for 1. Mal'Ganis out of here. Panda Colada trying to heal up a little bit from those skeletal defenders as Dahaka gets a kill into Chromie. Top lane keep will fall. Tyrande, she's going for it. She's gonna do it, chat. She's gonna do it. No, she's not, obviously. This is going to be map number 2 in our second best of 3 going over to the side of the Crusade. I don't see a world where Tyrande and D.Va can defend this. I just don't. I just don't. Isolation, drag, Tychus minigun. Sven trying to back away. Horrify, but it doesn't matter. Not even the Punisher got to the core in time. That is going to be map number 2 to the Crusade. We're heading to a game 3. Okay, guys, I got a response. They didn't take the prime bait. Hey, what time are you going to play tennis tomorrow? I am Mikey. What's up, Naz? You should get all offended, like, yo, man, I don't like you talking to my girl tennis, okay? Choose outcome. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? The Crusade did. You get all defensive about it. Get all defensive. Obviously, we're starting at 6 a.m. and going until 9 p.m. Welcome back into Meta Madness, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to map number 3 in our second best of 3 of the day. We have a best of 5 after this one, and we're heading into Towers of Doom. We got a few bans globally. We've got a few bans in this game, and this is where things are going to start to get real interesting. Map number 3, and the hero pools are starting to get real limited. We are down to, so starting this draft, we're down to 42 heroes are removed of the 90 available. And then keep in mind, you're going to have 6 more removed through the ban phase. So this is going to be a solid 48 heroes unavailable. So we're at basically half the hero pool will be available for this best of 3, map number 3, Towers of Doom. I'm really excited about this one. Sorry about that. Zul'jin, Tyrael to be banned away on the left-hand side. The Vikings, no Viking shenanigans for anyone on the side, or for anyone in this game. And a Nubrecht to be banned away as well. Tanks available. Arthas, Cho, ETC. Wait, wasn't Junkrat already played? No, I guess Junkrat was not. Junkrat wasn't played in this best of 3 already? God dang, how did that happen? Yikes. Yikes what? Oh, for the like the paid promotion thingy? Yeah, that happens. I mean, that's just Twitch sponsorships in a nutshell. Once in a blue moon, you do get a good sponsorship. Like, once in a blue moon, they'll be like, hey, play Fortnite for 2 hours. And, or it was like, I had to play Fortnite for 4 hours over 2 different streams, and they gave me like $100. Like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, absolutely. I will absolutely get paid $50. I'll get paid $25 an hour. Sure, I'll take that. ETC Orphe on the right-hand side, so we have a Masha Channel Feast combo potential. Is Uther available? Uther is available in this matchup here, so if they want to go Divine Mosh, they definitely can. We could see Kharazim as a priority. Kharazim could be a priority as well with Cleansing Dash. It just comes later in the actual play. Guys, wait, it's totally a scam. Oh, what, the tennis thing? Really? I just need $150 to unload all these tennis balls. Can you please help me? I'm a Nigerian prince stuck with too many tennis balls. I just need $150. Acquaintance is fate. Oh, maybe they're in love with you. You never know. They just hit you with the ASL. They just hit you with the ASL. Have you seen that stand-up? What? Probably not.
Logical decision.
Where the dude answers those game. Oh, I've never seen this. Okay. Illidan, Abathur, Orphea, etc. Okay. Which one? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, which one? What are we gonna round out our draft with here? Healer-wise... okay, there's the Uther. That's why I feel like, honestly, either one could roll with it. And a Sonya. I actually really like the draft of Vinland Raiders. I really like the Vinland Raiders draft. It actually works out pretty good. This is like what I would see in my Storm League games, so... Actually, this entire draft is what I would see in my Storm League games. But I would be on this draft, and no one would be knowing what they're doing. You'd have the Illidan who's like, oh man, they banned out my Zul Jin. I'm just gonna play Illidan. I don't care about you guys. Alright, Decker Kane to round up the draft. I mean, we've all been there, Baja. Sometimes the price of tennis balls just gets to you and you have to stockpile them, you know? I do it for Bandit. All right, start prediction. Start prediction. Which team wins Towers of Doom? All right, chat. Which team will win Towers of Doom? Get your gambles in. You've got a solid 2 minutes to do so. You know the deal.
Hey, listen.
Get them on in. Time to gamble your heart away in this map number 3 and our second best of 3 of the day. Winner of this goes on to face the winner of our previous best of 3 and a best of 5. That is literally next. And the loser of this drops down to the lower bracket. Yes, this is a double elimination bracket for Meta Madness, and I don't know when those matches are happening. I don't think the bracket has that information input into it yet, but what we do have in front of us are our level 1s, and our 2 teams on the left-hand side. We have got Vinland Raiders in the blue, Unforgiven on the Uther, Gaff on the Junkrat, Ucky on the Arthas, Sven to be playing the Sonya, and Nano on the Mephisto. To the right-hand side, we are looking at the Crusade. Guilty on the Deckard Cain, Panda on the Orphea. We've got Nagram on that, etc. Willie playing the Illidan and play on the Abathur. Abathur going to be going into Pressurized Glands at level 1. Makes sense with the Illidan. Illidan going to be going Battered Assault at level 1. Sonya holding her level 1. What is she going to be going into? I assume it's Slam. Maybe she goes into Warpaint for more sustainability, but Slam build is just so useful, so... We'll have to see what they are going to be going for, as you still have you have no time left for the gamble, because that is apparently over. Oh, wait, no, the gamble... Wait, did it even go? Unforgiven will be taken down right there. One last auto attack from the Orphea finds that kill, as, yes, the gamble is still going. Okay. It'll probably end by the time you hear this, because there is a delay on stream. But that'll be first blood over to the side of the Crusade. Slug Life. Ooh, we got some big bets on the slugs. Sonya still holding level 1. Sven unsure of what to take at level 1, which it's going to be into Tough as Nails. I wanted to say Rhyme, and I'm like, that's the talent for Arthas. Speaking of Arthas, he did go into Frost Presence level 1, picking up those stacks on Howling Blast. You've got a quest marker at 5, 10, and 20, right? 5, 10, and 20? Yes, indeed. But they're going to get a little burrow into bottom lane, soak things up down here in front of the gate, while teams will go ahead and grab their respective sapper camps. There is a... it's not a creep tumor. It is a... blanking on the name. It's a mine something. It's a toxic nest. There we go. Toxic nest was thrown into the bush, and that was scouted out by the, Ucky was scouted out by Abathur right there with the Toxic Nest, as the Sappers do make their way into lane. A little bit faster to the side of Vinland Raiders, but it's still equal between both sides. Sonya doing double soak, as we have an Abathur hat on to Willie chasing down the Arthas, but Arthas is like, you know what? I am great into an Illidan. Unfortunately, Junkrat is not great into the Orphea burst ability. The reason I say Arthas isn't that bad into the Illidan is because of the auto attack slow from his... it's not Frozen Waste, it's level 4. Frozen Tempest, I believe it is. Howling Blast sidestep by Panda Colada right there. Sapper Camp still healthy to the side of the Crusade, and they will try and get these in. One Sapper makes it in. Another goes down. One more lives, but Ucky is so very low. Great root from Decker Kane. Good utilization of, I believe, the Sapphire there to slow everyone down, get them inside that scroll of ceiling. And another kill will go over to the side of the Crusade. This Illidan composition making Illidan look real strong. And I also want to point out the level 4 for the Abathur does have the Adrenaline Overload. Gonna have that 25% attack speed increase. And for an Illidan, he loves being able to be so sticky and, well, sustain damagey. Hunter's Onslaught. Basic abilities heal for 35% of the damage they deal. This bonus is doubled versus heroes. Also, the Battered Assault increases Sweeping Strike basic attack damage bonus duration from 3 to 5 seconds. If Sweeping Strike hits 2 heroes, this damage bonus is increased from 35% to 125. So that is fairly strong right there. Sven and Illidan will trade out the top left and the right. We will have the Frozen Waste. There's that Frozen Tempest upgrade as I was mentioning. Gonna be strong up against the Illidan, who wants to just kind of sit on top of an enemy hero. But another setup from Guilty, trying to get the root onto the enemy. Doesn't work out. We have Willie jumping in once again with the Abathur hat, pressuring onto this Arthas as Illidan is fine. Willie's just gonna jump around. Another wave to be pushed in from Sonya into the top lane, Fort front gate. Negrom going for the channel. Nano with one more delay with a Skull Missile. Chattering Teeth being pulled down away by Panda Colada. Actually, ETC eats that Guilty Spark, getting in position for the channel. And Mephisto gets... No, he doesn't get the... Oh, no, Mephisto might be dead right here, trying to get that delay. The Uther does get a cleanse. The body blocks are good. ETC power sliding. Another face melt available. Nah, Nano is fine. I can't believe it that there's no kill on to that Mephisto, as Abathur does soak up top lane, not losing out on too much experience. It is still 7-7 in our levels, and 0-3 in kills. Where's the experience being made up from? Heroic kills, minions. There's about 1,000 or so from minions. That's kind of making up that gap of the heroic kills. As ETC is going to get displaced, the power slide out from him. Can he make it out? Orphea tries to get the big burst onto Ucky, but misses the combo, unfortunately, as the Sapper Camps are grabbed on both sides. Willie getting very low here. No Abathur hat, and Slam Jam from the Sonya. She finds first blood for their team. Did I pay out the previous gamble? I did. I think there was a little bit of a Twitch hiccup, because even for myself, it wasn't showing things properly. So if the gamble is still stuck on the previous game, be sure to F5 your stream, because it looks like that is the issue. Or F5 your stream once the map is over. That's probably the better call. Probably the better call. I do want to cycle through the other numbers. We will see the Unbound for the Illidan at level 7. Also the Mind Devourer for the Orphea. Single altar phase, center of the map. Illidan soaking up mid. As I mentioned, that 10 talent here slowly coming through. A little bit faster to the side of Vinland Raiders, as there's still waves to be cleared, but Willie trying to back away. A lot of great damage thrown out. A root from Decker Kane. Sven to be taken down by the old man as Deckard finds the kill into Sonya. The subjective phase looking good to the side of the Crusade. Zoned away. Vinland Raiders are zoned away. Mephisto already using Shaded Mephisto to jump forward. I don't think anything can delay this out. Guilty gets the channel. 4 more shots will be fired into the core of the Raven Lord. If you didn't know, by the way, the map is the Gravekeeper versus the Raven Lord. You can actually see Gravekeeper. And they've also got little bell tower differences. If you look at the Raven Lord, he's got little ravens. The Gravekeeper bell tower's got little Gravekeepers. Little Gravekeepers. Little tidbit of map lore for you right there. It's, I don't know, it's just cool stuff. Hunt for the Illidan, stay well and listen. Divine Storm, that is the big thing I want to note. So no Divine Shield into like Sonya leaping in the back line or Mephisto trying to do the same. So it's going to be Divine Storm to really just put some lockdown pressure and allow Mephisto to chunk into the enemies. Maybe displacement set up by the Junkrat as well to follow up into some potential kill or CC. Alrighty. Crushing Jaws from the Orphea will be a good way to set up Mosh, group everyone up into a nice little comboed area. Sonya on the bush over here. Illidan does not see it. We see some assist pings, and I think those are actually from the side of Sven. Sonya goes in, the Abathur hat onto Illidan. Sonya's a slam. Can she survive this? How is the 1v1 gonna go? Leap. Oh, Howling Blast from the Arthas. No respect for the 1v1. No respect for the 1v1. Illidan dead for 13 seconds. That's less than the objective phase timer. Hunt from Illidan is available. Can hunt his way into the subjective area if there's an enemy around.
The time is now, heroes. Claim the altars in my name.
They also like they do ring a ding when you capture an objective. Yes. Crushing Jaws from the Orphe. ETC gets a huge mosh, but where's the damage? What's the follow-up? Riptire from Junkrat. Illidan can't be around, and it's Orphea who goes down trying to step up. ETC just runs into the death zone and says, good night, I'm out of here. Willie will fall as well, and I do think this will be boss plus shots. I like this call a lot. You could rotate and grab the camp down over here, but look at the death timers. You got a triple kill. There's an Abathur and a Deckard left. There's no way anyone's gonna steal this away from you. You get this, and you get this. I think this was such a very good call from Vinland Raiders. Not greedy at all. A good few shots. Gonna get 8 into the enemy core, and that will pull them down 24 to 28 in core HP. I mean, the Abathur makes it 1v1.5. I don't, but there is one Illidan and one Sonya, okay? That's a 1v1. Whether or not he's wearing a hat or not, doesn't matter. Like, when I wear a hat, that doesn't mean that there's 3 casters on stream. There's only 2. There's Bandit and me. 6-4 in our kills, 14-13 in the levels as the bottom lane siege does continue now. Oh no, that's a great displacement. Crushing Jaws from the Orphea tries to make something happen. Durance of Hate sidestep, stay a while and listen onto a few. Arthas woken up immediately. Howling Blast will connect onto the Decker Kane. Nano looking to maybe jump in here. Divine Storm from Uther down for 65 seconds as the siege will continue through bottom lane. And I do think this fort might just fall. Illidan's actually back in the mix, and he's going to be able to displace things. Speaking of displacement, that's a great concussion mine from Junkrat, and the Mephisto follows up Unforgiven with, like, no HP, and Uther does go down. Illidan finishes out their stacks on Unbound. Will Illidan be punished for this? I mean, it's an Illidan Abathur hat. Leap in from Sonya. Yes, it will. Nice Howling Blast onto the Decker Kane. Guilty going down as well. Ucky taking way too much damage from the tower shots, but is going to be able to live just fine. The level 1 for the Mephisto finished out right there. ETC drops a mosh. Howling Blast gets a free stack. Sonya will go down, but ETC sacrifices his health bar for it. Arthas going to go for the channel as the bell tower is converted over to the side of the Raven Lord.
Keeper's cronies reach the altars before you. Tower acquired.
And just like that, a 24-32 lead has now been eradicated as a 24-23 lead favors the side of Vinland Raiders. It's Towers of Doom, it's anyone's map. Honest to God, this thing can go any which way still. Very close game. A level and some change. I mean, almost a 2-level lead to the side of Vinland Raiders. And no 16 talent on the side of the Crusade. There was a bear at my front door about 18 minutes ago, apparently. Did he just walk by, or is he in my garage eating my garbage? Let's find out, chat. Let's see. Bear, where did you go? Bear went to my front door. Turns out the bear's in the house, and Bandit and I are just chilling. Nope, just rubbed himself all up against my front door, and that's it. All right. Nice little bear. Hunt from the Illidan on the gate. Still, the gate goes down to the Sapper Camp Sven. Sorry, a little bit of distraction. Don't want a bear in my garage right now. I've had enough issues this winter. I don't need to deal with a bear destroying things.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the
I don't need it.
center.
Well, the 16 talent tier is just about to be achieved to the side of the Crusade, so it's even talent tiers. We've got the center warp point opened up as well. You just heard the Gravekeeper and the Raven Lord arguing. That means that now the center point is open, but also all the forts now become keeps, as you can kind of see it actually right above the Meta Madness. It says keep. Actually, can I see it? Yeah, there you go. You can see it's now a keep. So if you did not know that, when the Gravekeeper and the Raven Lord sort of argue and they're like, oh, I can do that, it's the upgrading the towers, but also gives you the warp point. Decker Kane with a scrollless ceiling, can't get any lockdown. Nagram and Illidan chasing on to Ucky and Unforgiven, as the top left and the center will be... Whoa, wait, actually, hold on. That's 10 shots in from the center and the left-hand side. Sorry, I completely missed that. Stay well and listen from the Decker Kane. Riptire from the Junkrat. Divine Storm from the Uther. Locks people down. Illidan goes down first. That's huge. That's massive right there to get that kill onto the Illidan. Ucky looking for the channel. Decker Kane maybe with another delay. We have the clone of Orphea trying to get the kill onto Ucky. Doesn't work out. Spear in, gets the destruction of that clone as well from Abathur. Ucky very low. You gotta watch out for that Abathur hat! Arthas getting poked at by the Abathur hat. 2 spines, and... Ooh, this is falling apart a little bit here. I want to point out that we've got Boss coming back up as well. Could be 7 shots into the enemy core. Could be 7 shots. Junkrat checking Boss. Abathur gets the channel. They're not going to go for it. They're not going to go for Boss. They're going to run to bottom lane and get the bell tower conversion. Okay. So it's not going to be a closer game. I thought we were going to be looking at like a 14-13 game. But nope, 21-13 in core HP. I don't think my caster math was right on that one, but that's okay. We won't argue about it. We won't argue about it. Woohoo!
Now this is pod racing.
Willie goes in deep. ETC was right next to all this, so it's not that big of a deal. The Raven Lord and the Gravekeeper are married. Yeah, they're absolutely married. Absolutely, you nailed it. They secret. Oh, I hate my wife. Stupid. ETC clone from the Abathur. Gets some scouting. Gets a little bit of zoning. Eats a steel trap, maybe. Gonna face tank some tower shots. Not sure what they're gonna do with this, to be honest. Oh, they are gonna get Boss. This will be Boss on the side of the Crusade. I don't think there's any interruption on this in time. Yeah, not gonna happen. Sappers may be fed in through bottom lane. 20 talent tier as you see the cannonballs. Was there a hunt from Illidan? No, okay, I thought I heard the hunt noise, but no, it's not. 17-13 in core HP. I'm pretty unfamiliar with Orphea. What's the AoE circle around her that periodically... Oh, it's... sorry, yeah, thank you, Stark, for answering. Activate to deal 316 damage to all nearby enemies after 2 seconds for each hero hit. Heal for 384. Gain 1 chaos. Yeah, we have a lot of the overflowing chaos build here. Yeah, there's a delay. Thank you, Stark. I appreciate it, bud. So yeah, it's just the invasive miasma, I believe is the name for it. Activate to deal... Yeah. Level 20, we will see the Eldritch Conduit. Each chaos consumed increases Orpheus spell power by 3% to 30% after reaching the maximum bonus. The spell power is increased by additional 30 in the last 10 seconds. Hunt from the Illidan onto this, onto the Junkrat right here. But an immediate shutdown. Oh my god, a shutdown onto that one. Big Durance of Hate. Riptire from the Junkrat. Stay a while and listen from Decker. That is Uther going down. It's a 1-for-1. Uther's got the Golden Swirl, so he will be able to buy back, or he will respawn in the battleground with the level 20 redemption. Guilty on the left-hand side does go down to the sustained damage of Ucky, and I do think with 3 HP left on the core, single altar coming up, this is going to be looking like a map number 3 over to the side of Vinland Raiders, but they've got to feed in these last few sappers through the bottom lane or get the next objective phase. ETC doing their best. That's going to be the face melt already used. The ETC drops the mosh with the blink in immediately. Interrupted as well. That's a clone of Orphea, I think it was. Either way, ETC Orphea go down. One sapper. But all that is left is a lone Abathur. Junkrat goes down. We already have ETC leaving the game. Abathur, tunnel in. Abathur, tunnel in.
Bring down the grave.
Illidan just deleted. Indeed he was. GG, well played. Map number 3 goes over the side of Vinland Raider.